Welcome aboard, and thank you for tuning in to the Heavy Metal Truckers. We are your hosts. I am Dobby, and this is Doppler. And in this video, we have decided that it is time to do our section. And this is the part where we take a look at some viewer comments, because recently we've had a good many, and we kind of just want to take the time to respond to you guys actually in video format rather than just typing shit out. Because sometimes typing shit out leaves the wrong impression.
Now, some of these we did type some comments out. A lot of them were me.
Yeah. He's the main one. If there's a response, it's mostly him.
From the Nemophila Odyssey video. Let's see. So we had David K. Anderson. He said Nemophila can do anything from 80s power ballads to brutal metalcore and everything in between. And regardless of where they go genre-wise, it always sounds like them. I would agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are not afraid to try pretty much anything.
Yeah, I mean, and we've noticed that out Japanese metal. This one of the things we enjoy about that region is just they aren't constrained by any kind of regulations or any kind of unwritten rules. They kind of just go balls to the wall on whatever they feel like, and sometimes it's outstanding, other times we may not care for it, but it may still be very well done.
Yeah, and the majority of what they've done, especially when they've kind of tried different things, I've enjoyed it. There have been some exceptions. The most notably is Style. I can't. That song just doesn't do anything for me. But for the most part, they do well, and you're right, it does. Even the one I don't like, I even like Style, you can still tell it's them.
Yeah.
And
which actually whenever I was editing the Evolve album, and I was like re-listening some of the tracks, that OSKR, fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was Kara, which it sounds like she's saying Oscar, but I'm not.
Yeah. But I
Oscar.
will say, so the funny part about that is at the ending of my section, Odyssey was the next track that had to be played. So I did my perspective while Odyssey was playing, which I thought was so ironic.
Alright, so the next guy, his name is Pantera UFO 9734.
Great name.
Yeah, I don't know if he's Mexican, Spanish, but he's from somewhere that people.
Fuck,
speak Spanish.
I forgot. We gotta figure out how to do the
exactly. Yeah, he
closed
asked
caption.
us if we could start doing, Spanish subtitles.
I don't know how. We did read this, and whenever we first read this, we did say we were gonna try and do this. Soon we will have some videos. Hell, we might. I don't know if we have to restructure anything later on. We might have to. I can't remember, but we will try and get Spanish subtitles and other languages that are available just as soon as we're able to, once I figure it out.
Spanish is big, and we also noticed that a lot of viewers on our channel from Japan, so if we can figure out a way to get Japanese subtitles, we'll do that too.
Yeah.
So.
I would put Russian on here as well, because I think there probably are some. The only problem with that is that a lot of the videos we end up putting out, just because of media laws and ordeals, a lot of our stuff gets blocked in Russia.
This guy's from Brazil. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, because he said from Buenos Aires.
Brazil.
Oh, no, that's Argentina.
Oh.
That's Argentina. I'm sorry. He's from Argentina.
I was about to say, Brazil, you got... Holy shit, your metal community is outstanding.
Yeah, Buenos Aires is from Argentina. I apologize. See, he's Argentinian. He didn't like Style either. I'm not alone.
Wait, on what?
From Nemophila. He doesn't like the movies. He doesn't like the song Style.
Oh, I don't remember it, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't care for it at all. He didn't care for Enigma either. He subscribed to us, so thank you.
We appreciate it. We will never, on the subject of subscribing, that is totally up to you guys if you want to do that and subscribe to us. If you do, awesome. If you don't, we couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, we're not one of these guys that are going to ask you to subscribe, click, and like, and all. If you want to do it, but we're never going to ask you to do it.
Well, for one reason, because we're not those kind of guys, and two, Jay from Jay's 2 Cents, whenever he looked at the analytics, subscriptions don't mean a damn thing anymore with the algorithm. It's majority of his views came from video suggestions on the sidebar.
Yeah.
Like only about 5-10% actually came from subscriptions.
Yeah, the only thing subscriptions helps you do is it does a couple things. Number one, it allows you to do more things with your channel the more
Right.
subscribers you have, you know. And two, it increases the possibility your stuff's going to pop up on like the main pages or under
Right.
you know, all that. That's really all it does.
So we will never ask for
we'll never ask
that
for
kind
that.
of
Now I
thing.
do know that likes and comments do help the algorithm, but again, we're never going to ask you for them.
No, if you want to do that, that's completely up to you. I don't give a shit if one video has all dislikes. I don't care. It
Yeah.
was fun for us.
Yep. All right. So next person was LA55. They said this song was great, and I didn't know this, but they said they did it for an anime. They were asked to record it for an anime,
Oh, I remember that.
and I did not know that. So that was
Well, I remember you reading that comment.
yeah, which I did not know that. I said that when I replied to your comment. So thank you for the information. And he mentioned they're very diverse with many styles, which we're aware of, because he mentioned Orion, Zen, which we did record Zen. A reaction for you from that. Rise.
Zen is going to be released next month sometime, if I recall correctly.
Yep. Rise, Seas of Fate, and Raitai. I know all of those songs. I know you know several of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if we'll do any reviews of those other than Zen.
Yeah, Zen's coming out. If we've heard it before, we're honestly...
If we both have heard it, we won't, because we're not going to come out here and do a fake reaction. We're not like that.
Yeah.
But if one of us haven't,
Then we'll check it out.
Check it out. Another person asked us to do Zen live, and I told him we would, which we did. Like I said, it's going to come. That was from Peter L1109.
It is coming, good
So it
sir.
is coming.
And let me just look at the schedule, and I'll see if I can do that. Yeah, we have stuff coming. We have stuff down the pipeline to go till the end of March. So we have some now.
So where's Zen?
Um,
come out?
Zen is March 15th.
Okay, so you got a little over a month.
Now, what I will say is we are going to go ahead and release this video fairly soon.
Yeah.
Typically, we just do 2 a week.
Yeah, I would probably throw this on like a Monday or something.
Yeah, we're
since
gonna
it's different.
Since it's a different thing, and we're not gonna do this a whole lot. Then we might do this like maybe once a month or.
Yeah, I was gonna thinking once, twice, but it might become like a twice a month thing as we start getting more
Yeah.
comments. But for now, it'll probably be once a month.
Yeah, so like just a little special one-off thing. But yeah, we're gonna probably release, if I can work it out, we're gonna release this on this coming Monday,
Yeah.
whatever today
Yeah,
is.
yeah. The only time you'll see us do anything outside of Wednesday or Thursday or Friday is going to be for like this or like special episode kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the next comment was one we were like, huh?
Oh Jesus, what did it say?
It was our first, the first so far that we've run into on this from the pit. That was a negative comment. So Tom Russell CY6LL. All right. He says, once again, total metalheads keep showing their ignorance. You guys
Oh,
want,
I responded to this
yeah,
one.
we both did. You guys want one style, and if it's not that, you're not happy. This is amazing performance by Mayu, however you say her name, and Saki. Guitar work is awesome. It is a ballad. Deal with it. So I'll read our responses. So I said, not 100% sure where you get that from. I said I liked the song. I even said before other Nemophila videos that one of the reasons I'm a big fan of theirs is because they play around with different styles and sounds in metal. Doesn't mean it's always going to work. Their song style is a good example. Is I did not care for that one from them at all, but I still love they did it. We have always praised Mayu's vocals. She is phenomenal. As for Saki, she's arguably one of the best guitarists in Japan, and I still stand by that.
I will read off what I said just so the message gets across appropriately.
Yes.
So, Tom, I can understand your frustration and that a majority of it is very likely stemmed from me. However, I believe you have preference and ignorance confused. It's accurate. The reality that I didn't care for something that you found superb does not make me ignorant. It shows preference, which is what makes rock and metal unique. Furthermore, I never stated that the playing performance was bad. It just didn't blow me away. On that, again, this is some of the issues that I have with some commenters, is that they just take one aspect of what you say and blow it out of proportion and end up putting words in our mouth. If you're going to comment and try and say that this is what we said, if you're going to do this remotely, how about putting it in quotations or timestamp things so that you can back up what you're saying?
We can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, because you took what again, as I mentioned, you took what I said and applied it to both of us, which is not the case. And again, we're not ignorant. We just have preferences.
Yeah, everybody has different sounds, styles that they like. And I've said it before, it's one of the things that makes metal one of the greatest genres there is, because there are so many different styles within it, subgenres in it, that there's something for everybody who likes heavier music.
Absolutely.
And I may not like what you like, you may not like what I like, but that doesn't mean I'm wrong and you're right. Doesn't mean that I'm right and you're wrong. Yeah. Like, everybody has their taste. There's nothing wrong with that. We respect your taste. It's just how it is.
But I do thank you for taking the time to express your frustration.
Yeah, and comment, yep. Alright, so the next comment, we move on to the Deviloof Song of the Week reaction we did. Or Song for the Week, not of the week.
Oh god, the comment that's in this, I remember.
Yeah, well, that's going to be the second one. So the first one was a nice one. He said, thank you for your reaction. It's nice to see you again. So he came from our previous channel. Matter of fact...
Oh, well, thank you, dude. Oh, this is the
guy that gave us was it all the Japanese react?
No.
He gave us something.
No, that's the one that was...
I'm sorry, Chiro074 gave us all the Japanese ones.
This is the one that was dissatisfied with the way that we didn't give one of the things a chance. And understandable, but at the time...
Was it Love Bites?
Might have been, I don't remember at this point.
If it is, Love Bites is coming down the pipe too.
Yes,
we did do that reaction.
That is going to be...
I know it's coming sooner than the Zen one.
Yes, that's coming out February 23rd, so mark your damn calendar.
Yep. So anyway, thank you for your reaction. It's nice to see you again. Interesting fact, on Kanada's channel, the drummer for Deviloof published a new video in which he plays this song.
Did you say published?
Huh?
I think you said published.
Oh, published. A new video in which he plays a song. His videos are usually funny.
Nice.
Well,
cool
enough.
I mean, we appreciate the knowing that. We might have to check it out one day.
Yep. So the next one was the fun one. By Colo Snowwolf.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Does that mean you live in Colorado? Is that why you say Colo? I don't know. So anyway, he says, you two look like you're in a coma. There's no reaction if you're in a coma. Well, I'll answer first and I'll let you take over and you can do your rant. So
it's not a rant.
The reason why we look that way is because we are intently paying attention to what we're listening to. You know, we're watching the video, we're listening to the music, we're doing all that, and so we're concentrating basically. You know, and if there's something we need to say, we'll pause the song and then continue on.
Which we haven't been doing that lately because I don't like when other reviewers do that. So
I'll do it if there's something that I feel like I'm going to forget.
Outstands, yeah, but
or something that outstands, yeah. But yeah, we don't do it as much because I know a lot of people, and we agree. If you pause too much, it can get very annoying. Occasional pauses are fine, but when you start like every 30 or 20 seconds pausing, it gets really old.
I hate it, so I don't do it.
Also, we're not going to be one of those guys that are up here reacting and be all flamboyant and really reactive to everything we listen to. A, because there's not enough room to do that.
Not with that attitude.
And two, 90% of reactors that do that are fake reactors. And we will never, ever fake anything. You know, we're going to be here. We're going to give you the real reaction that we feel. We're going to be honest truths about what we're listening to. We're not going to sugarcoat things. So, you know, if we look like we're in a coma, I'd rather look like I'm in a coma than be some idiot giving you a fake reaction.
To add on to that, we don't portray anything because I internalize everything like I do in everyday life.
Yeah.
So I internalize everything and let it build up, and then I'm a absolute wreck afterwards. No, no. In all seriousness, unless something really captivates me or is just like the Kokeshi single we did, like that one blew me away, and I did get a little bit expressive with that, but it wasn't me going out of the water just because it would take a lot for me to do that. I just, like you said, we're not outwardly expressive like that just because it's not what we're feeling. And if we try and be expressive like that, we're going to miss something.
Yeah, that's it. Especially with me when I have ADHD, you know, if I am enjoying something and it's short, I kind of, or not even have to be short, but I'll like zone in on it.
Yeah.
So I won't even notice stuff happening around me when that happens.
Yeah.
Anybody who has ADHD knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like we might make mental notes on things, or I've contemplated just making a note in my phone real quick on something, but most of the time I'm able to remember one thing that if it stood out to me enough, I'm able to remember it. But we will make sure next time to go into even more of a coma so that you can't tell a damn thing of what we're feeling.
Oh, okay. So now we're on the Japanese part 1.
Hold up. Let me do it. Continue.
Okay. So these are comments are from Japanese part 1, and the first one was great.
Oh no. I
So-
don't know if that's sarcastic or what.
So the first one was from Dark Z 3741. Now I can tell this guy's first language is not English, but he got his point across. So he says, no metal. There are groups that do play metal, none of these.
And we were about to say something, and then the rest of the comments just took care of it for
Yeah.
us.
So Warriors 2064 said what with a laugh emoji. Then I don't know what he say. Sion's wife put a question mark. Then Dark 3741 responded with a bunch of I don't even know what emoji that is.
What is it? Oh, it's like, are you serious right now?
Sure.
Or it's like trying to hold in laughter.
Then Starlight MM said did 3 laughing emojis living in a cave question mark.
So, to add to this, again, this goes back to everyone has different views on what metal is. Some people feel the 80s is metal. Some people like me feel like more heavy, like extreme distortion, death growling is metal. Like, I'm just giving an example. Not everything like that is metal to me.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people. What makes metal is the vocals. Some people, it's it's the topics the music's about.
Yeah.
Whatever. To me, what makes metal is the instruments.
Absolutely.
I could care less what the vocals sound like. I could care less what the song's about. It is the instrumentals is what makes metal for me, 100%. So, like, for example, and I keep going back to Mayville because I'm a fan of them, but they're also a very polarizing band. There's people like, oh, they're not metal. And I say it strictly because you got girls up there doing choreography and singing in a more of a rock or pop style voice, right? And they have some pop, or some of their songs have a very poppy style refrain. To me, that doesn't make it not metal, because if you took a male with a harsh vocal and sang the same exact lyrics that she did to those songs, those same people would never say it's not metal.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you just took the instrumentals of their music with no vocals whatsoever, all those people say it's not metal would say that it's metal. So
There is a little bit of sexism in this as well.
no, absolutely, which is ridiculous. So, to me, like, the whole song can be sung 100% pop style all the way through, but if it's got the instrumentals, to me it is still metal. Like, the vocals make no difference. And a lot of songs are about stupid things. Well, not stupid, but like things that most metal songs are not even, like chocolate. and-
Unconventional, we'll say.
yeah. But that doesn't make it not metal. Metal for me is the instrumentals of the music.
Exactly, which is, it's the same deal with, like, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't even have to be screaming, because, fuck,
Yeah.
Painkiller, that is the ultimate. When someone asks, what is metal to you, I will show them Painkiller every single time, because that is fucking metal.
You know,
Also, it's the metal gods, so what do you expect?
and it so now instrumentally, yes, what's metal can vary from person to person.
Yes.
And that's perfect. I have no issue with that. And now, a lot of times it doesn't vary drastically, but like, perfect example. There's always this debate on bands like Bandmade, The Warning, even bands like Seven Dust or Stained. Are they metal or are they hard rock?
I would argue that the Warning is more like alternative, if I want to stretch that, but they are more of like the harder rock aspect. I personally wouldn't consider them metal, but that doesn't make them any less awesome.
Yeah, but those are the bands where people are going to differ because people have different opinions on instrumentally what makes metal. Now, like for me, I would 100% agree, especially when it comes like Bandmade and The Warning. I would consider them hard rock.
Yeah.
But those bands often do use metal elements.
Yeah.
But it's not the whole thing.
It's like you have to have like the composition and the vibe of it is to me what can make it metal.
Yeah. And now don't get me wrong, I love The Warning.
Yeah, exceptional group.
And I don't mind Bandmade, but
they border like hell. They
do. But and for me, they're insanely talented instrumentally.
God, they are.
They're like incredible. I will never deny that. But their music for me is that they're one of those bands that doesn't separate themselves from the muddiness of that style of music. And one of the biggest things they have going for them besides their talent is their theme. The band, it was genius. Like I don't know, but it's pure genius.
It's brilliant.
So yeah. But like in this video, like I'm sure we had. I think Broken by the Scream was in this one, and maybe that's what you're referring to because they had an extremely poppy chorus in there. But the rest of it was metal as hell. I don't know. Anyway, after that we had user VB4RQ2TW3I. What'd you do? Have a seizure on the keyboard?
No, actually, YouTube's been doing that recently.
As they did. Oh, that's right, because it does say user. Okay, they didn't
Yeah.
give them. Okay, so it's not your fault. Okay. All right. So they just mentioned a bunch of bands, all but two of which I've heard of. I asked them, is there like specific songs by them you're wanting us to do, or are you just telling us about like? I need some more information.
Please tell us.
What it is
We care.
Yeah. So the next one was checking out symphonic metal. And one person said, wrong singer from Nightwish, with a tongue sticking out, so he was saying it jokingly. And then the next person, the person that said that was Nor Kanan.
Okay.
And then Thule4002 said there is no wrong singer, which I completely agree. I love all three of Nightwish singers. They all brought something different to the band, unique to the band, and they fit. Of course, a lot of that had to do with Tomas and his writing. They fit with what the band was doing at that time. All right, so Jacqueline 1964 said, I was at Nightwish's Amsterdam show.
Right on.
Featuring Heekport as the Phantom.
Oh God.
It was magical. Fun fact, Flores was a huge Heekport fan for years, which I knew that. And of course now they're really good friends. And I responded. I said, we actually filmed Dobby reacting to that video, but he decided he didn't want to post it. I said, it would have been amazing to have actually been there, which is very true.
For the majority of it, I was going into a lot of tears and just kind of grinning about it. And I got extremely emotional, but also I just looked weird as fuck, and so I didn't care to have that out there. So I do apologize, but I absolutely loved it. I edited it and everything. I just haven't cared to put it out.
All right. Now, Thule4002 put his own comment, or she, I'm not really sure. Said, this was really interesting. Thank you. You're welcome. I had never seen that Beast in Black video. It was really cool, at least the part that I saw here.
Yeah.
I actually really like the album Unforgiving. Now, they're saying that because in that video, I mentioned that I wasn't a fan of Unforgiving, which I wasn't. Now, I did they put out these 3 little short films with that album, which were really cool. Now, I see for short films I'm talking, they were like 5 to 10 minutes long, if I remember right. But they were really cool and really well done.
I don't even remember Beast in Black, to be honest.
I think they were the one that we liked, except for the chick's vocals, if I remember correctly. I could be thinking of the wrong one.
Okay, we'll go with it.
So they said my favorite album from The Temptation is Resist, which was their not the recent album, the one before that. I like Resist too. Like compared to The Unforgiven and Hydra, it was a step in the right direction. Like they started moving back towards the Bleed Out album that they just put out. But anyway, they said so it has many good songs. I think they are kind of going away a bit from the elements of symphonic metal with their newest album. I don't know if I agree with that.
On who?
With Temptation Bleed Out album. Because they used a lot to create. Of course, some of it was synthesized too.
I was about to say I can see where they're coming from, and I can verge to agree because a lot of it was synthesized or wasn't necessarily what we've come to see out of symphonic metal. There wasn't a whole lot out of it, which didn't make it bad and doesn't exclude them from being symphonic metal. It's just they had more electronic aspects that kind of veered away from traditional symphonic metal.
Yeah, and but they used a lot of it, but even a lot of the synthetic.
Goddamn! Now I can't synthesized.
Yeah, that. It was still symphonic in nature.
Yeah, so I mean,
you know, and it helped create an atmosphere, and it brought that atmosphere back from like my favorite album of them, Heart of Everything. It kind of brought that feel a little bit back, or even like before that when you get into like the Silent Force and whatnot.
Could you begin to argue that that could be the beginning, or there's that kind of style is like the beginning of modern symphonic metal?
It could be,
because I mean, because let's face it, even like there is a big difference between metal and then modern metal. Modern metal I don't like a lot of because for me the guitars are way too cleaned up. Like metals, to me the guitars actually needs to be distorted as fuck. And a lot of modern metal is going away from that, and they're going into 7-string, 8-string territory where it's just it's like cleaned up to where it's for me. Anyways.
Yeah. But anywho, so yeah, Bleed Out that came out last year, and I just love Sharon's voice. Agreed, and the fact that she's self-taught makes it even more impressive.
If you haven't checked it out, maybe I can put a link in here, but Ola England, one of the guitar guys that I watch, he actually did a coffee with Ola that had Sharon and what's his face in it, because I can't remember the guitarist's name.
Which guitar? What do they have?
The blonde guy. He was blonde.
What's his name? I can't remember his name.
I know, but I'll try and post a link because Ola England, he actually did do like an interview with them. It was actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, and if you don't know, he's a guitarist in, what was the name of the band that he's guitarist
He's in two. He's in The Haunted and Feared. Feared Feared is his group, and The Haunted is a group he occasionally tours with locally.
I know he said he had shows coming this year. Mm-hmm. All right. And then they finished off saying the End of Era concert was from 2005, which they're right. I think I said 08. I meant, 05 is correct. They're absolutely correct. Yeah, in 08, Annette was already the singer, which is right. I think Nightwish is the most known symphonic metal genre, or in the genre, which
they've created the gold standard as far as I'm concerned.
With Temptation is up there, and Epica is getting there. You know, and I would agree with that. Epica has been putting out some amazing stuff lately, which Epica got their album name from Camelot, for those of you who didn't know that, because Camelot has an album called Epica. Good album. And Simone, the lead singer of Epica, is married to the keyboardist, at least keyboardist, of Camelot as well. But anyway, so I thank you for your comment, and I agree with a lot of what you said. And we appreciate, the nice comment. This one, nope, that was it.
Cool. Well, we appreciate all the conversations we were able to have with you guys. If you leave more comments, then next month we'll do another From the Pit section. But until then, as always, guys, keep rolling heavy.